when I started to look for employment at the end of residency, I think there are a number of us who are young professionals that look at where to go, and we think of moving to some place that's exciting. So usually that's a big city. But I think most of us who are young professionals want a few things out of life. One, we want a good life. So we've put in a lot of work, and many of us have advanced degrees, and we want to be well paid for it and have a good life. Second thing is, I think a lot of us want to have some sort of legacy that we leave our community or the world or something like that. And then the third thing, I think a lot of us want to feel some sort of connection with people, a community, a group of people. And so when I started looking at different places to move, the first thing I did was think about moving to a big city, Denver, Los Angeles, places like that. And the problem was that when you start to break down those three goals that I just mentioned, it's harder to get those in a big town. So it doesn't matter what line of work you're in, business, finance, tech, law, government, medicine. You move to a big city, there's going to be 300 other people that do exactly what you do. So you want to start a business, you've got a lot of competition, which means you're going to be working a lot harder for a lot longer to get to a place that somebody that moves to a medium-sized town might get after 1 year. So that interrupts the idea of having a good life sooner. And for those of us who have put in many years of a lot of effort, we kind of want to see the fruits of our labor a little bit sooner than that. And so when I started looking at big cities, I realized, hey, I'm going to be going to this big city. There's going to be 100 other orthopedic surgeons that do exactly what I do. That's going to take me a long time. I already worked 100 hours a week for 12 years. I don't want to do it again. And so on the flip side of that, if you look at small towns, let's say less than 50,000, if you have, I don't know, a tech idea and you want to start a company, you may be moving into a town that's too small to even support what you do. So you couldn't even do it. So I think the sweet spot is somewhere in the middle. Middle-sized towns seem to provide just about everything for most people. Now, if you're the type of person that wants to start the Metropolitan Opera in Topeka, Kansas, that's going to be a tough fit for you. But for most other people that just want to start a business, they're interested in any of those major lines of work, tech, business, law, you name it, finance. In a medium-sized city, somewhere around 150,000, you've got enough people in the city that are going to support what you do. There won't be so many people that do the same thing that you do that kind of precludes entry to the market space because there's so much competition. And you're going to be able to achieve your goals faster because you don't have that much competition. So after I looked at all of those things and started interviewing in different places all around the country, I realized that moving to a medium-sized town, somewhere around the 100 to 150,000 range, would long-term, fulfill those three goals that I mentioned better than any other place. And when a recruiter called and said, would you be interested in Topeka? I said, let's look at it. And based upon its merits, I chose Topeka.